one more set.
But yeah, no, I'm a firm, absolute hater of everything Pittsburgh.
Good. We can get along for sure-sies. And if you're from Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, but you know, you just been too good for too long. You have like 3 Stanley Cups, so you can take me.
Don't look now.
You.
Don't look now. But your net play settings are actually going to get so much worse just in the greater city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't have a Stanley Cup in my lifetime, so whatever. I'm just a little salty.
Don't worry. I have actually not had a playoff win in my lifetime.
Oh,
so I feel
man, that's rough. We just won the Super Bowl, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's get into this match.
Ooh.
Let's see if LBO can win the Super Bowl of Rivals of Aether here at Genesis 6.
Using Shovel Knight, no less. I'm still firmly in the belief that I think Shovel Knight is a little bit too, his punches are a little bit light. I wish he did a little bit more damage, but in the hands of LBO, he looks like he doesn't need it at all.
I think the last time the only thing we've really done with him so far was actually buff damage when we did an update in December.
Okay, so it has been, I think, a little bit since I played in the current meta, so I think I pretty much went traded off straight back to Ultimate once that released.
I think Trevor and I are, we're looking at stuff more than damage right now. I think the biggest thing right with him is like, he's really fun and wacky, but like everything he does is like pretty committal.
Right.
And you kind of have to commit to the option. So in neutral, it's kind of hard to bait people into stuff when like the only thing you can really do is move around or use Nair to like bait them to do something.
Yeah, but we see a pretty strong start from LBO here regardless. Really moving around.
Yeah, LBO is the king of using fair and forward tilt. He loves that dust knuckle.
SlimeMage trying to get some kind of setup here. But even like his interactions there, you start to see him go for the up strong. He's not able to connect with it.
I should ask Yakov Game if they've ever thought about making dust knuckle gloves, kind of like the Hulk hands. we can get those for LBO. We'll do. I'll just get them for him. He just deserves it.
I better say, just have him set up in the like the crowd for top 8. Is ever like you cut back to the crowd feed and everyone's just like hulking out in the crowd?
The dust knuckles. He's so sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Shovel Knight, I guess for people who haven't watched Rivals in a while, he was the latest edition, came out in September. The biggest thing for him is all his attacks are from, you know, Shovel Knight, the game.
Makes sense.
And then the cool thing he has is he's knocking this treasure out of his, oh my gosh, almost, this takes out something. He's knocking the treasure out of his opponent, and then he can use that to buy power-ups when he taunts.
Yeah, the meta-specific coin battle.
Yes. Everyone else is playing regular, you know, fighting, and he's playing coin mode.
Or like the individual hit there.
But SlimeMage has really brought this back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was one point you were like, all right, LBO's up, and then all of a sudden,
wow, that was just
he was down a stock.
Yeah. Just gets him with the up smash route, though. That was very nice. He has a... Oh! Sorry. He doesn't
See
have
you
anything.
later.
No mountain. Well, now he has a 1-game mountain to climb. Yeah. So, Shovel Knight's a strange character, too, in that, like, he's been out for a bit now, but, like, it's still hard to know any of his matchups. I mean, the biggest pessimist in the room would say he loses every matchup because he's kind of considered, if not low tier, but, like, you know, not
everyone else tier.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, he definitely has varying matchups. Some characters he does better. Oh my gosh!
Hard to do well against that though.
Yeah, that's just fair way to heaven.
Yeah, Absa just does that sometimes. Like you blink and then all of a sudden you've eaten 3 of those. I like that fair way to heaven. That's good.
Yeah, and the funny thing with those kills is like it's only really at like specific percents.
Right.
So like. It looks so dominating. You're like, why? How can Absa ever lose? Like, she can do it with both fair and dare fair and bear at certain percents.
But it's really, really tight.
Yeah.
Ooh. I love the off the cloud combos.
And it often requires your opponent to like do the right DI. Like they have to DI in and then go for the DI out a little too late, basically. Because if they DI the first hit out, it's really hard to string it. Wow, LBO did bring that back. Pretty good damage that SlimeMage got on him, but not impossible. Oof.
That's going to make it really difficult, though. He's seen get the dust knuckles, though, so we'll see what he'll be able to do with that.
It's really hard to DI when you're going for a trade like that because your control stick is generally doing whatever your previous action was.
Right.
I know me personally, in Rivals especially,
Uh-oh.
oh,
Jesus.
that
Okay,
almost
live.
was it. Again, almost his stock. SlimeMage huge lead now. But yeah, I die when I'm trying to jab all the time because I kind of let go of the control stick to neutral when I jab, and
then you're stuck with no DI.
Yep. Wow, LBO going for an early stock there. That's kind of what he has to do, being down.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at this, you pretty much have to go for cheese. You said it almost pretty much anything blink and you miss depth percents, and that is it. Wow. SlimeMage, you know, with the deep breath, but looking firmly in control of the set, though.
Really good coverage by SlimeMage there on the recovery. Like, he jumped over the cloud, but then he kind of fell back into the line. Obviously, with hindsight, LBO could have went for up special and dodged that line, but ooh, that should kill him. You know? Oh, wait, that'll work. Anyway. Nice LBO with the big lead now. But yeah, you know, maybe just a little more knockback on some of this stuff. The anchor sweet spot, maybe that should kill. He was far enough on stage. I don't know.
I just know, I remember in my experience playing against Shovel Knight, I would like get hit for a solid 30 odd seconds, and then it'd be like, oh, I didn't take any damage. This is fine. I can make this back. Yeah,
LBO is definitely the king of like keeping it going though. Like right here. Oh, he went for back air for some reason. But again, he gets the situation that he used that special so well.
Yeah, using just a needle point of that to really set up combos on stage like that. Fantastic work.
I've also seen LBO make certain matchups look like impossible for the opponent. Like when he plays against the Sylvanas and the Aetherless as well.
Right.
Because how Dust Knuckle can kind of combo into itself, it looks like they have no options. Like
you're just sitting there eating 30-40%.
They're just eating it, and if they go for anything else, then he'll read it and follow up. Like he'll get them into an up air, and then like once they fall, he'll do it again. It just looks really scary in some matchups.
Oh man.
Oh, that's sick. LBO's sick.
The forward strong there, not enough to do it though.
He went for mobile gear this time. I'm always interested in like the choices. I feel like I've seen LBO actually use all three. So
I was gonna say he didn't have it the first time around. So this has actually been 3 different selections for 3 straight games.
Right there, gets killed off getting his F tilt parried. Nice use of the back air.
It seems like every time he's able to hit that right on the tip too.
Oh, that was very close to it. The match. SlimeMage manages to get out of there. The anchor, when you do get hit by it, is like an amazing recovery. The anchor, if you're not getting hit by it, as the opponent's not getting hit, is a very bad recovery.
Oh yeah, no,
very easy to punish.
As a Clarion main, nothing makes me happier than see someone land just shy of me, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna F smash you again.
Yep.
And you're gonna come back, all right, parry and F smash again.
If you watch LBO and like some of the other top Shovel Knights, the way that they've kind of worked around that is they'll exhaust all their resources off stage, because if they're gonna anchor, they're generally gonna be hitting you on the way up.
Right.
Because then you can't be waiting, you can't parry. It's very difficult to punish him then, because if you get knocked forward, he's probably gonna try to land on you. So that's kind of how they get around it, is they make sure they hit the rising hit. And if they don't, that's when you're in trouble, because when Shovel Knight's coming down, you can either parry him or, like you said, just stand right behind where he can reach. F smash him.
Now, from your estimation, if SlimeMage is able to pull us off 3-1 or either 3-2, would this be our third straight upset? Do you think, or LBO, like seeding-wise, these 2 players I would assume would be pretty close, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I think LBO is probably the higher seed.
But I would say like that would be closer towards like the middle of the seeding portion. For
Yeah,
this top 40,
definitely.
Sure.
Especially since since Shovel Knight has come out, LBO's been on all Shovel Knights, so.
Yeah, I remember watching Heatwave and was really impressed by how good his Shovel Knight was there, especially how early it was into the meta. Okay then.
Ooh, a little flub with up air. Not how LBO wanted to start off this game. He did a lot of work last game though, so if he can play like the same style, I think he can do this.
Yeah, I think it was his second stock he lived to. I think it was like 175. And you know, being able to do that against the huge strong kickboxes of Absa is really, really helpful.
Nice parry there. Yeah. He basically kind of bait that. He knew he was going to get his up B punished, so he went for the platform.
Only 67%, made this back really quickly after basically killing himself, but that was an unfortunate DI on the up air there.
Yeah. No purple, so he definitely could have lit, but it looked like he was DIing right, maybe just not perfectly. Oh my gosh, but he gets it with Nair!
Wow.
What is this game? And now we're dead even. Or not dead even,
Now we
sorry.
see the Hunting Horn come out. What is he going to be able to do with it? There's been a couple times where we've seen Slime recover really low, so maybe we'll be able to get something off of that.
Yeah, goes for the Warhorn. Oh, no! Gets him with up air. That did not seem like that was enough damage to purple.
Yeah,
but
we see
apparently
we see
it
the
was.
hook here, but LBO is completely stone-faced after that set. Cannot be happy.
LBO gets sent into losers by SlimeMage. So